Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into a really fascinating set of sources, articles, notes, research, all exploring personal transformation, self-acceptance, and how that connects to maybe collective harmony. And the sources use this great central analogy, right? Solving life's Wheel of Fortune puzzle. So our mission today is to pull out some surprising truths for you about what it really means to keep it real with yourself and, with the world around you.
Yeah, and what's really striking about these sources is just how raw they are. They give this unflinching look at personal growth, what it actually demands. It's clear these aren't meant to be easy answers. They're profound truths that really ask for some deep, genuine work from the inside.
Okay, so let's dive into that main analogy then, Wheel of Fortune. It's such a vivid image to start with. What is this puzzle really trying to tell us about why self-acceptance is so fundamental?
It's a brilliant metaphor, actually. The sources explain it like this. The letter E in life's puzzle. That represents all the external stuff. Blessings, grace, help, opportunities, But here's the catch. You could have all the E's showing on the board, right? But if you haven't bought the U, meaning if you haven't really, truly accepted you, your purpose, your flaws, your path, all of it, well, you just can't solve the puzzle. You stay stuck. You can't make sense of those external things. What's so fascinating is that shift in focus. It's not about grabbing external fortune. It's about that deep internal acceptance of who you are.
Right. So having all the ease in the world, all the opportunities, it won't get you unstuck if that self-acceptance is missing. It's like the cornerstone. Okay, building on that then. The sources talk about the actual journey of transformation. And they use this term cocoon, but it doesn't sound very cozy. What's actually going on in this uncomfortable cocoon space?
Well, cocoon here is definitely not about comfort. It's described as a really painful, awkward, but necessary phase. It's where you're basically forced to confront your own mess, your ego, your past mistakes, pride, selfishness, all that stuff. It's like a stripping away process where those, let's say, less desirable parts start to break down. And the sources connect this directly to Gamma-Hatiken, which translates roughly to the completion of rectification or repair. The point being, this is deeply personal work. Healing, refining yourself. Nobody else can do it for you.
That idea of it being so personal, you mentioned Gamma-Hatiken, the completion of rectification. Do the sources link this to other ideas like the concept of taking up your own cross, that kind of individual responsibility?
Absolutely, yes. They strongly reinforce that idea. Yeah. This process, this mess, it's your cross to bear, essentially. You can't delegate it. You can't borrow someone else's strength for this specific task or just avoid it. Your healing, your transformation is squarely on your shoulders. It's not about just, believing in someone else's journey. It's about actively doing your work, building your own resilience by facing your unique stuff. It really is an inside job. Needs that consistent personal effort.
That's powerful. An inside job. So if everyone is actually doing this intense, sometimes difficult personal work, how does that change how we relate to each other? How do we shift from, say, competing all the time to genuine cooperation?
Yeah. That's where the sources suggest something pretty profound happens. Almost like magic, they say. When everyone is genuinely focused on carrying their own weight, healing their own stuff, showing up authentically, really keeping it 100 with themselves, then there's nothing left to fight over. That's the idea. You stop comparing yourself because your worth isn't tied to winning against someone else anymore. And instead of competing, you start completing each other, finding how your piece fits with theirs. The sources actually call this the collective climax. Not in a dramatic way, but as that peak moment where individual integrity just clicks together, creates harmony. It's everyone bringing their unique, authentic piece to the table, finding their fit instead of fighting for the top spot.
That vision. Collective harmony growing out of very personal work. It sounds like it's not really a destination you just arrive at, is it? More like an ongoing thing. How long does this process last, according to the sources? Is there an endpoint?
Yeah, they're very clear on that. It's definitely not a one-time miracle. You don't just get there. It's framed as a daily choice, a choice to show up, be honest with yourself, and do the work every day. It's about keeping it 100, that complete honesty and authenticity day in, day out. Connecting it to the bigger picture really emphasizes consistent, conscious effort. It's always unfolding, a daily recommitment.
So it's not about waiting for some kind of external fix or a bolt from the blue. It's really about that steady, sometimes hard internal work. No angels, no magic spells, just you, your own path, your own cross maybe, and that daily choice to walk it honestly. Truly an inside job creating that larger unity.
Exactly. What we've kind of unpacked today shows this really powerful, like almost a paradox, right? That intensely personal work, that uncomfortable cocoon, truly buying your you. That's the actual foundation for achieving wider peace and unity. Which leads to a really important question for you, the listener, to think about. If this individual acceptance and responsibility is the real path to that 2020's perfect vision of unity and heralding world peace, what small, honest choice will you make today to carry your own cross, so to speak, and truly buy the you?
Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today, we're jumping into a really fascinating set of sources, articles, notes,